Hello from Dhaka, this is Tahmeena Nupur and you are watching BSS News. In the past year, since the July Uprising, and the Ministry of Liberation War Affairs has stood at the core of some of the government's most sensitive responsibilities, which is the rehabilitation and medical care for the martyrs and injured fighters' families, preserving the memory of the uprising, extending dignity, welfare, and financial empowerment to those who paid the highest price for freedom. But the ministry's task has gone even further. For the first time in the decades, nearly 90,000 freedom fighters, beneficiaries of political favoritism, have been brought under scrutiny. And neither it was an easy task to compiling an accurate list of martyrs from the uprising, ensuring treatment for thousands who survived near death, providing psychological support to grieving families, and building a financial safety net that speaks of respect, not charity. On 5th August 2025, the first anniversary of the uprising, the interim government delivered a historic moment. In front of the National Parliament, the Chief Advisor, Professor Dr. Mohammad Yunus, read the July Declaration, a document of unity welcomed by democracy-seeking political parties. The Ministry of Liberation War Affairs orchestrated that day, while Ganabhavan now begins its transformation into the July Memorial Museum. Liberation War Affairs advisor Farooq-e-Azam Bir Pratik captured the spirit when he said, in 2024, 53 years after independence, the nation achieved another victory through the uprising. It rekindled the dream of rebuilding the nation on the ideals of the Liberation War and July Uprising. This is our second independence. The ministry has acted with courage in both vision and details. From December 2024, the welfare of July martyrs and injured fighters was formally assigned to the ministry. Since then, it has gazetted 836 martyrs, and based on categories of injury, gazettes were issued for 13,800 injured fighters. Among them, 602 in category A, 1,118 in category B, and 12,080 in category C. Financial support has been nothing short of unprecedented. That's why 97 crore 50 lakh taka spent for overseas treatment from Singapore to Turkey, 77 crore 20 lakh taka in saving certificates to 772 families of martyrs, 20 crore 30 lakh taka for 100 families this fiscal year alone. Monthly stipends of 20,000 taka reaching hundreds of families. For the July fighters, financial support was given in three categories. 493 fighters from the category A received 2 lakh taka each, totaling to 9 crore 86 lakh taka in the fiscal year 2024-2025. In the fiscal year 2025-2026, another 25 lakh fighters received 3 lakh taka each, totaling to 2 crore 43 lakh taka. Altogether, over 12 crore 29 lakh taka has been provided. From this year, they also received a monthly stipend of 20,000 taka. For the category B fighters, 908 fighters received 1 lakh taka each, totaling to 9 crore 8 lakh taka in the fiscal year 2024-2025. On the other hand, in the fiscal year 2025-2026, 140 fighters of the category B received 2 lakh taka each, totaling to 2 crore 80 lakh taka. Together, that stands at 11 crore 88 lakh taka. Since July, each category B fighter now receives 15,000 per month. For the category C, 10,642 fighters received 1 lakh taka each, a total of 106 crore 42 lakh taka. And from July this year, 633 category C fighters have begun receiving monthly stipends of 10,000 taka. For the first time, 3 crore 4 lakh 20,000 taka was allocated for observing July Uprising Day nationwide, and every injured fighter now has access to free priority treatment across government hospitals. In total, across just 1 year, the ministry has overseen an expenditure of more than 336 crore taka. One of the toughest battles of this year has been against the fake freedom fighters. Bir Pratik advisor Farooq-e-Azam, a battlefield hero himself, confronted the shocking reality. Nearly 90,000 fake freedom fighters had infiltrated the official list. The scale of this fraud is staggering. Today, the country carries 208,050 listed freedom fighters, with 89,235 recruited under the freedom fighter quota in government jobs. The interim government has refused to look away. Thousands of complaints were filed from all 64 districts. The National Freedom Fighters Council, Chamuka, has been reconstituted and field-level hearings have begun. In Kumilla, accused individuals have already faced scrutiny alongside testimonies from genuine freedom fighters and local witnesses. The National Freedom Fighters Council, Chamuka, has launched an unprecedented verification process. To date, 2,719 cases have been filed across 14 categories, from false certificates to age limit issues, including certificate cancellation and age limit issues. So far, 2,111 certificates have been revoked because individuals were under the determined age of 12 years 6 months. Over the past 15 years, 3,926 freedom fighters certificates have been cancelled. The government's annual expenditure on these nearly 90,000 fake freedom fighters is estimated at 2,400 crore taka. This is justice in motion, not only exposing fraud but restoring dignity to those who truly fought for independence. But the ministry's mission has not stopped there. It has also taken on the responsibility of restoring clarity to the very definition of a freedom fighter. The National Freedom Fighters Council Act 2022 was amended, correcting distortion introduced in 2018 and 2022. Then on 15th May 2025, the Advisory Council gave final approval to the draft of the new amendment. And on 3rd June 2025, the National Freedom Fighters Council Amendment Ordinance was issued. This amendment restores the true definition, the one set by the government of 1972. It now reads, Liberation War means the war conducted from 26 March to 16 December 1971. By the people of Bangladesh as a free democratic state in pursuit of establishing equality, human dignity and social justice against the invading and occupying Pakistani armed forces and their collaborators such as Rajakars, Al-Bodrs, Al-Shams, the Muslim League, Jamaat-e-Islami, the Nizam-e-Islam and the Peace Committee. It also affirms that the Mujibnagar government's leader Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Soyed Nazrul Islam, Tajuddin Ahmed, M. Mansur Ali and A.H.M. Kamruzzaman are freedom fighters. Birangonas, doctors, nurses and the medical staff who treated the wounded are recognized as freedom fighters. Diplomats and personnel of the Shadhin Bangla Betar Kendro are recognized as auxiliary freedom fighters. As advisor Faruqi Azam explained, those who fought with arms and those who organized the war are freedom fighters. Those who supported our auxiliaries, their honor remains intact, but the truth of history must stand. The ministry's courage lies not only in welfare, but in standing guard over history itself. Because in this 1 year, the Ministry of Liberation War Affairs has shown that memory, sacrifice and truth are not negotiable. This is how the interim government has chosen to honor both the Liberation War and the July Uprising with action, accountability and unflinching respect. That's all for today. For more information, visit bssnews.net. Thanks for watching.